Steam's winter sale is packed with massive discounts, but some of the best games aren't sitting at the top of the charts. Hidden beneath the big releases are creative, stylish, and surprisingly unforgettable experiences just waiting to be discovered. From tense horror and fast-paced action to cozy adventures and clever indie twists, these are the games that deserve a second look. Today, we're counting down 20 Steam Winter Sale hidden gems you absolutely shouldn't miss. Stella Pastoris is one of the most unusual and experimental titles on this list, blending strategy, exploration, and abstract storytelling into something truly different. You're placed in a strange, cosmic setting where traditional rules don't always apply. Instead of constant action, the game encourages observation and interpretation. It's slow, thoughtful, and intentionally mysterious. Gameplay leans towards systems management and discovery rather than combat. Players interact with strange entities, manage limited resources, and uncover meaning through experimentation. The lack of hand-holding is deliberate, rewarding curiosity and patience. It's a game that trusts its audience. Visually, Stella Pastoris embraces a minimalist, otherworldly aesthetic. Simple shapes, muted colors, and surreal imagery create a haunting atmosphere. Sound design reinforces that sense of isolation and wonder. Everything works together to make the experience feel alien yet compelling. This isn't a game for everyone, and that's exactly why it's a hidden gem. Players who enjoy experimental indie games often find it deeply rewarding. It invites interpretation rather than explanation. As a winter sale pickup, Stella Pastoris is perfect for players looking to step outside traditional genres and experience something genuinely unique. Ex-Zodiac is a love letter to classic arcade rail shooters, clearly inspired by titles like Star Fox and Space Harrier. From the moment you take off, it delivers fast-paced aerial combat with tight controls and relentless enemy waves. It's colorful, intense, and unapologetically old school. Arcade fans will feel at home. Gameplay focuses on dodging, aiming, and reacting at high speed. Enemies swarm from every direction, forcing constant movement and sharp reflexes. Levels are short but packed with action, making the game ideal for quick adrenaline-fueled sessions. It never wastes your time. Visually, the game uses a low-poly aesthetic that enhances its retro arcade feel. Bright effects and smooth animations keep everything readable even during chaotic moments. The soundtrack complements the action perfectly, driving momentum forward. It feels like stepping into a lost arcade cabinet. What makes Ex-Zodiac special is its commitment to pure arcade design. There's no filler, just skill, speed, and spectacle. Mastery comes from repetition and improvement rather than grinding upgrades. During the Steam Winter Sale, this is an easy recommendation for players who miss fast, focused arcade experiences that challenge reflexes and reward skill. Treachery in Beatdown City is a brilliant throwback to classic beat-em-ups, but with a smart, turn-based tactical twist that makes it stand out immediately. Instead of button mashing through enemies, players choose actions carefully, managing stamina and positioning to survive encounters. It's part brawler, part strategy game, and entirely memorable. The result feels fresh, even if you think you've seen it all before. The game's pixel art style perfectly captures retro vibes while delivering expressive animations and colorful characters. Each playable fighter brings unique abilities, encouraging experimentation and different approaches to combat. The pacing keeps fights tense without dragging on. Every decision feels important. One of the biggest highlights is the game's writing and tone. The story mixes humor, satire, and social commentary in a way that feels clever rather than heavy-handed. Dialogue is sharp, often funny, and packed with personality. It's the kind of game that makes you smile between fights. Players often praise how accessible the mechanics are, while still offering depth. It's easy to learn, but surprisingly strategic once you dig in. That balance makes it appealing to both casual players and tactics fans. Few games blend genres this smoothly. As a winter sale hidden gem, Treachery in Beatdown City is perfect for players who want nostalgia with brains, a retro game that actually pushes the genre forward.
Vividlope is a vibrant arcade puzzle game that combines maze navigation, color mechanics, and rhythmic movement into something truly unique. Players guide a glowing creature through shifting pathways, changing colors to match obstacles and solve puzzles. It's visually striking and immediately engaging. The concept is simple, but the execution is clever. Each level introduces new twists, gradually increasing complexity without overwhelming the player. Timing, positioning, and color awareness all come into play, keeping gameplay dynamic. The learning curve is smooth, making it accessible while still offering challenge. It's easy to understand and hard to master. Visually, the game is a standout. Neon colors, sharp geometry, and fluid animations give it a hypnotic arcade feel. The aesthetic pairs beautifully with its energetic soundtrack, creating a satisfying sensory experience. Every level feels like a small performance. What really elevates Vividlope is how relaxing and intense it can be at the same time. It encourages focus without stress, making it great for short sessions or extended play. Puzzle fans and arcade fans alike will find something to love here. On sale, Vividlope is an excellent hidden gem for players looking for something stylish, creative, and refreshingly different from typical puzzle games. Eigengrau is a clever and fast-paced twin-stick shooter that thrives on chaotic action and clever design. The game throws you into arena-style combat where positioning and awareness matter just as much as raw reflexes. Enemies swarm from all directions, forcing constant movement. It's intense from start to finish. What keeps the gameplay fresh is the variety of weapons, modifiers, and enemy behaviors. Each run feels slightly different, pushing players to adapt on the fly. The difficulty ramps up quickly, but success always feels earned. It's the kind of game that rewards mastery. The visual style is minimalist yet effective, keeping the focus on clarity and speed. Bright effects contrast against darker backgrounds, making threats easy to track even during chaos. Sound design adds punch to every shot and explosion. It's clean, readable, and satisfying. Fans of arcade-style shooters appreciate how Eigengrau respects their time. Sessions are quick, replayable, and endlessly engaging. It's easy to boot up for one run and lose track of time. As a winter sale hidden gem, Eigengrau is perfect for players who want pure action with depth and replay value packed into a compact experience. Copper Odyssey 2 is a retro-inspired platformer that embraces classic design philosophy with modern polish. Built as a sequel, it refines movement, level design, and challenge while staying true to its old-school roots. Every jump, dash, and hazard feels carefully tuned. It's a love letter to classic platforming. Levels are compact but dense, encouraging precision and smart movement rather than brute force. The game rewards patience and learning, especially as difficulty ramps up later on. Each stage introduces new mechanics that build on previous ones without overwhelming the player. It's tough but fair. Visually, the game leans into a charming retro aesthetic with crisp pixel art and smooth animations. The environments are varied and expressive, keeping the journey visually engaging. Music and sound effects complement the action perfectly, reinforcing timing and momentum. Everything feels cohesive. What makes Copper Odyssey 2 a hidden gem is how confident it is in its simplicity. There's no filler here, just strong level design and satisfying mechanics. Platforming fans will immediately recognize the care put into every screen. During the winter sale, this is a great pick for players who miss tight, no-nonsense platformers that challenge skill rather than patience. HYPERBEAT is a stylish rhythm action game that blends music, movement, and reflex-based gameplay into a fast, neon-soaked experience. Every action is synced to the beat, encouraging players to move, dodge, and attack in rhythm. It's flashy, intense, and instantly energizing. From the first track, the game demands your full attention. The core loop is simple but addictive. Stay on beat, react quickly, and keep the flow going. As levels progress, patterns become more complex, pushing your timing and coordination to the limit. Success feels incredible, especially when everything clicks perfectly. Failure, meanwhile, only makes you want to jump back in. Visually, HYPERBEAT pops with bold colors, clean effects, and smooth animations. The presentation keeps things readable even at high speeds, which is crucial for a rhythm-focused game. Combined with its driving soundtrack, the game creates a strong sense of momentum. It feels like playing inside a music video. Players who enjoy games like Thumper or rhythm-infused action titles will feel right at home here. The challenge curve rewards practice without becoming frustrating. Each run helps you improve naturally through repetition. On sale, HYPERBEAT is a fantastic pickup for players craving something fast, stylish, and skill-driven, a perfect palate cleanser between longer games.
House of Necrosis is a chilling indie horror experience that leans heavily into atmosphere and psychological tension rather than non-stop scares. Set inside a decaying, hostile structure, the game slowly unravels its mysteries through exploration and unsettling environmental storytelling. From the moment you step inside, there's a constant feeling that something is watching you. It's quiet, eerie, and deeply uncomfortable in the best way. Gameplay focuses on careful movement and observation, rewarding players who take their time and pay attention to subtle details. The house itself feels alive, shifting moods and revealing new horrors as you progress. Instead of overwhelming you with enemies, the game uses restraint to keep tension high. Every creak and shadow feels deliberate. Visually, the game embraces a grim, lo-fi aesthetic that enhances its oppressive tone. Lighting plays a major role, turning familiar rooms into sources of fear. Sound design does much of the heavy lifting, making silence just as terrifying as sudden noise. It's a headphone-recommended experience. What makes House of Necrosis stand out is its pacing and confidence. It doesn't rush to scare you, it lets dread sink in naturally. Players who enjoy slow-burn horror will appreciate how much trust the game puts in the player's imagination. As a Steam Winter Sale pick, this is an excellent hidden gem for horror fans who want something unsettling, focused, and memorable without a massive time commitment.
Rebel Engine is a fast-paced action roguelite that emphasizes momentum, reflexes, and constant forward motion. The game throws you into compact arenas filled with enemies, encouraging aggressive play and smart positioning. Each run feels intense and focused, making it perfect for short but satisfying sessions. It's easy to pick up, but tough to master. Combat is the star here, blending melee and ranged attacks with fluid movement. As you progress, you unlock new abilities and upgrades that dramatically change how each run plays out. The roguelite structure ensures no two attempts feel exactly the same. Failure feels like a lesson, not a punishment. The visual style is clean and energetic, keeping the action readable even when things get hectic. Effects are punchy without being overwhelming, which helps maintain clarity during intense fights. Sound design adds weight to every hit, making combat feel impactful. Players who enjoy skill-based action games often praise Rebel Engine for its tight controls and satisfying difficulty curve. It rewards improvement and experimentation, encouraging you to refine your playstyle over time. That sense of mastery is incredibly addictive. During the Steam Winter Sale, Rebel Engine is an easy recommendation for players who want adrenaline-pumping gameplay in a compact, replayable package.
Kingdoms of the Dump is a quirky, retro-inspired RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world built entirely from trash. It combines classic turn-based combat with humor, charm, and surprisingly thoughtful writing. The game's lo-fi aesthetic hides a surprisingly deep experience underneath. It's weird, funny, and heartfelt all at once. Gameplay sticks to familiar RPG systems, but mixes them with clever twists and unique abilities. Battles are strategic without being overwhelming, making the game accessible to newcomers while still engaging for genre veterans. Exploration rewards curiosity, with side quests and hidden interactions scattered throughout the world. It constantly encourages you to poke around. The writing is one of the game's biggest strengths. Characters are memorable, dialogue is sharp, and the world feels lived in despite its absurd premise. The humor often masks deeper themes, giving the story more emotional weight than you might expect.
It's the kind of game that sneaks up on you. Visually, the pixel art is detailed and expressive, perfectly matching the game's offbeat tone. The soundtrack reinforces the sense of adventure while keeping things lighthearted. Everything works together to create a cohesive, charming experience. As a winter sale hidden gem, Kingdoms of the Dump is ideal for RPG fans looking for something creative, funny, and refreshingly different.
Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is one of the most inventive indie action-adventure games you'll find hiding on Steam. You play as Pipit, a young bat navigating a vibrant city while wielding a yo-yo as both a weapon and traversal tool. The game blends top-down exploration with clever physics-based mechanics that constantly surprise you. From the very first moments, it feels fresh and playful. The yo-yo isn't just a gimmick, it's central to everything you do. Combat, puzzles, and movement all revolve around mastering its momentum and interactions with the environment. This creates a learning curve that's rewarding rather than frustrating. As you unlock upgrades, the game opens up in exciting new ways. Visually, the game pops with colorful pixel art and expressive animations. The city feels alive, filled with characters, secrets, and optional challenges. It captures that classic adventure game charm while still feeling modern and inventive. The soundtrack complements the energy perfectly. Players have praised the game for its tight controls and creative level design. Each new area introduces fresh ideas without overwhelming the player. It's approachable but still deep enough to keep experienced players engaged. On sale, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is a standout hidden gem that rewards creativity, experimentation, and curiosity, a perfect fit for adventurous Steam shoppers. Look Outside is a short, unsettling indie horror experience that thrives on mood and suggestion rather than jump scares. The game places you in an eerie setting where the simple act of looking outside becomes a source of constant unease. It's minimalist in design, but that restraint is exactly what makes it effective. Sometimes what you don't see is far scarier than what you do. Gameplay is intentionally simple, focusing on interaction and observation rather than complex mechanics. The horror comes from subtle changes in the environment and the growing feeling that something isn't quite right. Players often praise the game for how it builds tension without relying on loud noises or cheap tricks. It respects your imagination and then weaponizes it. The visual style is understated, using lighting and framing to guide your attention. Small details become incredibly important, encouraging players to stay alert and curious. It's the kind of game that's perfect for late-night sessions with headphones on. Short playtime means it never overstays its welcome. What really makes Look Outside memorable is how much it sticks with you after you finish it. Even when nothing is happening, you're constantly waiting for something to go wrong. That psychological pressure is where the game truly shines. As a winter sale pickup, this is a fantastic choice if you're looking for a quick, impactful horror experience that proves you don't need a big budget to scare players. Labyrinth of the Demon King is a brutal, old-school first-person dungeon crawler that feels like it crawled straight out of a lost PC 98 or early PlayStation era. Set in a dark, feudal-inspired world, the game drops you into a cursed labyrinth filled with grotesque enemies and constant tension. Its low-poly visuals and oppressive atmosphere are very intentional, amplifying the horror and sense of danger. This is a game that wants you to feel uncomfortable, and it succeeds. Combat is slow, deliberate, and punishing, forcing players to carefully manage stamina, spacing, and timing. Every encounter feels risky, and mistakes are costly, which gives victories a real sense of accomplishment. Fans of classic survival horror and dungeon crawlers have praised its commitment to challenge over handholding. It's not for everyone, but for the right audience, it's incredibly rewarding. Exploration plays a huge role, with hidden paths, traps, and cryptic level layouts that demand attention. The labyrinth itself feels like an enemy, constantly testing your patience and awareness. There's a strong sense of dread as you push deeper, never knowing what's waiting around the next corner. That tension is the game's biggest strength.
What makes this a hidden gem is how confidently it commits to its vision. It doesn't modernize its design to appeal to everyone, and that authenticity has earned it a cult following. Players who enjoy Kingsfield-style experiences will feel right at home here. During the Steam Winter Sale, Labyrinth of the Demon King becomes an easy recommendation for hardcore players looking for something intense, atmospheric, and unapologetically old school. Absolum is an exhilarating roguelite beat-em-up that sneaks its way onto Best Hidden Gems lists because it packs high-intensity combat and replayability into a compact indie package. Players dive into frenetic fights, build powerful loadouts, and dash through stages filled with menace and style. What sets Absolum apart is its quick-paced progression loop. Each run feels visceral and rewarding, with new abilities and weapons unlocking to keep every attempt fresh. Fans have praised its tight controls and satisfying skill ceiling, even if the game hasn't shot to mainstream fame. The mix of roguelite randomness with skill-based action gives it a can't-put-down feel, especially when discounted. Whether you're a beat-em-up veteran or just enjoy high-energy combat, Absolum delivers bite-sized thrills perfect for quick Steam sessions. Add it to your list if you want intense action that rewards mastery without the heavy price tag. Eclipsium is one of those atmospheric, stylish indie titles that often flies under the Steam radar, but sticks with players long after the credits. It's been featured on hidden gem lists for its unique tone and world, offering an experience that blends surreal settings with immersive exploration. The game doesn't rely on flashy graphics or huge budgets. Instead, it focuses on texture, mood, and narrative beats that make each area feel rich and worth exploring. Players who enjoy narrative-driven indie games have praised Eclipsium for its depth, environmental storytelling, and surprising emotional moments. Combat and encounters here aren't the main focus. It's more about feeling the atmosphere, uncovering lore, and immersing yourself in its beautifully crafted world. As a winter sale pick, it's perfect for players who want something different from the high-octane mainstream, quiet, mysterious, and profoundly memorable. If you're craving mood and ambiance in your Steam library, Eclipsium should definitely be on your wishlist. While The Girl from Arkanya isn't as high-profile as AAA action titles, it's been turning heads as an action-adventure RPG with charming visuals and engaging combat. Listed on Hidden Gems roundups highlighting under-the-radar 2025 Steam releases, Arkanya blends medieval fantasy with exploration and storytelling hooks that appeal to fans of indie action RPGs. Players take control of a young hero traveling through fantastical landscapes full of secrets, dungeons, and quirky characters, an experience reminiscent of classic RPG adventure vibes. Though detailed mechanics are more niche and community-driven than mainstream, fans appreciate the game's mix of exploration, loot-based progression, and accessible combat. It's a smaller title that doesn't grab headlines, but that's part of the appeal. The Girl from Arkanya feels like a personalized adventure, tailored for discovery. During the winter sale, this kind of gem is perfect for players craving a blend of action and story without diving into massive RPG commitments. Give it a shot if you love finding indie RPGs with heart and style tucked between the big names. If you're into cozy crafting sims with a twist, The Last Craftsman is a hidden gem worth your wishlist this winter sale. Set in the town of Gear Springs, you're the newest craftsman tasked with helping the community by gathering materials, crafting items, and interacting with villagers in fun and engaging ways. This game isn't just about farming and crafting. The component-based crafting system lets you use different parts tagged by traits to make everything from furniture to tools, creating a satisfying loop of discovery and creativity. There's also a playful card battle mechanic tucked under the surface, where battles in the ruins below town bring RPG-flavored encounters to spice up your daily routine. Reviews on Steam show overwhelmingly positive feedback from the small but passionate community, and the adorable pixel art and calming soundtrack give it that perfect indie chill. Developer updates have added story, quests, and depth over time, and the post-early access release solidifies it as a full experience for players who love life sims with personality.
At a steep winter sale discount, this one's ideal for players who enjoy building, crafting, and engaging worlds that feel alive even when the pace is gentle.
Winter Burrow welcomes you into a cozy woodland survival and exploration adventure where you play as a small mouse returning to your childhood home in this snow-covered wilderness. Your burrow has fallen into ruins, and your mission is to gather supplies, rebuild, and uncover the mysteries of the forest as you go. The game blends peaceful gameplay with light survival mechanics, and it's designed to play at your pace. No rush, just exploration. Right from the Steam page, you can see players embrace the game for its relaxing vibe and charming premise, from knitting warm sweaters to baking pies and meeting friendly NPCs along the way. Unlike survival games that lean into combat, Winter Burrow focuses on resource gathering, crafting, and home building, crafting everything from tools to decor that make your burrow feel like home. The game also encourages exploration across snowy forests and hidden caves, with seasonal changes and dynamic weather adding atmosphere to your adventure. Customization is key. Decorate your burrow, tailor your journey, and make choices that suit your playstyle, whether you're a meticulous planner or a happy wanderer. On sale during the winter sale, Winter Burrow is perfect for players who want a soothing, story-rich experience without pressure, and it's earned a strong community reception for good reason.
Buckshot Roulette is one of those indie games that proves a simple idea can be absolutely unforgettable when executed right. Developed by Mike Klubnika, the game reimagines Russian roulette as a tense, psychological mind game using a shotgun instead of a revolver. You face off against a mysterious dealer in a grim, underground setting where every choice matters. It's minimal, stylish, and instantly gripping. What sets Buckshot Roulette apart is how it blends luck with strategy. You're not just pulling the trigger and hoping for the best. You're given limited information about the shells in the chamber and tools that let you manipulate the odds. This creates a constant push and pull between risk and control. Every round feels like a puzzle where one wrong move can end everything. The atmosphere does a ton of heavy lifting. The visuals are gritty and stripped down, the sound design is oppressive, and the dealer's presence adds a layer of psychological pressure that never lets up. Even when nothing is happening, the tension is palpable. It's the kind of game that makes silence feel loud. Despite its short playtime, Buckshot Roulette has strong replay value. Multiple modes, escalating difficulty, and optional multiplayer keep things fresh. Steam players have praised how quickly it pulls you in and how hard it is to stop after just one more round. It's perfect for quick sessions or streaming reactions. During the Steam Winter Sale, Buckshot Roulette is a must-grab hidden gem. It's cheap, unforgettable, and unlike almost anything else on the platform. If you're looking for a game that delivers pure tension in a tight, creative package, this one absolutely deserves a spot on your list. Pseudoregalia is one of the breakout indie gems you might have missed in the chaos of Steam's winter sale, and that's a shame because it's one of the most thrilling 3D platformers of recent years. Developed by indie creator Ritzler, this game blends fluid Metroidvania exploration with PS1-era low-polygon aesthetics, giving it nostalgia with a modern twist. What makes Pseudoregalia shine is its movement and level design. Players control Sybil, an anthropomorphic goat-like adventurer trapped in the mysterious Castle Sansa in a world that feels like a dream. The emphasis on smooth parkour-like traversal and open-ended paths has earned praise from both critics and players alike. Despite its relative simplicity, the game packs a punch with tightly tuned controls that make jumping, gliding, and exploring feel satisfying on every run. Reviewers have described its responsiveness as super slick and visually impressive in motion. The story might seem simple on paper, an explorer seeking higher ground through mysterious hallways, but approachable design and the progressive unlocking of abilities make every area feel rewarding to return to as you discover new secrets. Best of all, Pseudoregalia is relatively short but unforgettable, perfect for picking up during the winter sale. Its combination of style, speed, and nostalgic charm puts it firmly on the list of hidden gems worth your wish list this season.
And that wraps up our list of Steam Winter Sale hidden gems. Whether you're hunting for something cozy, challenging, weird, or completely unexpected, these games prove you don't need a huge budget to make something special. If you found a new favorite, let us know which one caught your eye, and don't forget to share your own hidden gem picks in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.